YouTube, this is Texas Monster coming at you with a good fishing spot. Now this fishing spot here is right over here at the entrance of Saint Denis. We like to go over here and fish because you catch sturgeon and gar. And I wanted to show you that if you want your horse to stay, then you always stop, look at him, and stay. Tell him to stay. Especially if you have a fish on the back of your horse. You always want to tell your horse to stay. This is another tip too, is if you lose lures a lot and you're fishing, then you need to, whenever it hooks, whenever it lights up with that R2, you need to spin for just a split second, then stop. Right when it hits R2, I spin and I stop because it starts splashing. So every time that fish starts splashing, you need to stop reeling. Every time. If you stop reeling, when that fish is splashing, you'll never lose another lure again. If you notice, every time that fish splashes, and he does it around a certain time, so if you learn and figure out what that time is and stop right before he starts splashing, you'll never lose another reel. I'm telling you. And you can catch nothing but sturgeon and gar over here. Sturgeon are $7.25 and gar are $5. What I normally do is I'll catch one, stick it on the back of my horse, tell my horse to stay, and then I'll catch another one, whether it be a gar or a sturgeon. And then normally what I'll do is I'll just run them in. I'll just look at my horse and I'll tell him to follow. If you tell your horse to follow instead of whistling for him all the time, he'll stick with you. He'll stick with you better than he will if you're whistling at him, because if you're whistling and he's got a carcass or a big fish on the back, then a lot of times he may get stuck or he veer off or do whatever. But if you look at him and say follow, he'll stick with you. So this particular time, we decided to use the trailer method. So we found us a good little trailer and we started stacking it with fish. Now as you can see, this trailer does not have a tailgate on it, because we could not find one with a tailgate, and we got sick of looking. So we said, alright, we're going to give it a shot. So we basically started filling up our trailer. And I mean, we're catching sturgeon, we're catching gars, we're catching them left and right. Just filling up the trailer. And they're very simple to catch. I mean, they're always biting right here. Right here at the entrance of Saint Denis. Right here by the back of the fence over here by that house. That very first house on the left when you're coming into Saint Denis. I'll try to post a picture of the map at the end of the video. As you can see, we got plenty of fish. I think we catch about 7 fish before we decide to take them in. And see, there's a good little lip right there where you can back it up, your trailer, and you can walk them in. See, another thing I want to tell you is don't go shooting off your gun or making a lot of commotion when you got that trailer over there. Because if you go shooting at a snake or a fish or somebody else or just whatever, then you're going to scare that horse off. I mean, it's happened a couple of times with us. So it's like that horse will be backed up against that little ledge, and then, you know, we're over there shooting at somebody else or, you know, a snake or something, and the snake spooks the horse and it takes off, and then next thing you know, it detaches away from the trailer and it's over with. So anyway, he's checking the trailer to see if it's staying in there. You know, everything seems to be working out. So we're just going to move them in a little slow here. Like I said, most of the time, if I'm by myself especially, I'll throw a fish on the back of the horse, and then I will just run in another fish. And since this is not that far from the butcher, you can do that quite a few times. I've done it myself many times. And I mean, I can always make a video to show you if you want. Now see right here, one of the fish fell, so I stuck it on the back of my horse. And we're sitting here going, alright, well, what's the deal? This ain't got the tailgate on it, because we couldn't find one. So we're like, alright, what we gonna do? So he gets out. He's pushing up in there again. And then we also got hinged up with some other trailer crossing the damn bridge. So, you know, you got to be wary of that shit, because, you know, there's always wagons coming. So make sure you stay on the right hand side and try not to take up the entire road. So basically, you know, we got fish trying to scoot out. So I walk away from my horse, you see. Now look, I say follow. I tell my horse to follow all the time. And then what I did was I just climbed in the back of the trailer and I just stood there. And by staying there, it helped keep the fish in. Which, you know, you can't go super fast with it, but it helped keep the fish in just by me standing at home in the back of the trailer. So if you can't find the other trailer with the tailgate on it, you can do this one in a pinch. And you see there's my horse. I told him to follow and he's always right there. And then you just go all the way down these roads. Go down the 2-lane road here at the entrance of St. Denis. Until you get to that stop sign. There's like a stop sign right there. And then you take a right. It's the gray stop sign. There's another stop sign that's red. Don't turn where that one is. You want to stop where the gray stop sign is. It's the second stop sign. And then you take a right. And then this road right here will take you all the way to the butcher. And just keep an eye on your horse if you can, if you're in the back of the trailer, because you know, sometimes it does happen. A wagon will get in the way, or you know, it'll, you know, get stuck on a telephone pole or a light pole or something like that. But most of the time, as long as you tell him to follow, he will follow you. And then we made it all the way to the butcher. And then you just sell your fish. This is Texas Monster, and if you like this video at all, then feel free to like and subscribe to my page. I appreciate it, and watch out for some more of my videos. Thanks.